So swim baits are one of my favorite baits, and I think everybody knows how effective they can be. You know, one of the things with a swim bait is, you know, there's a lot of different ways you can rig them. You know, you can put them on a jig head, you can put them on a belly weighted hook, but to take something like a Rage Swimmer and rig it with a treble hook so that if a fish just comes up and bats at it or, you know, just bumps it or anything like that, you're just never going to catch them with those single hooked rigging options. So I like to use it with a treble hook, you know, basically like some of these line through swim baits that we use for, you know, for big fish, some of these big, you know, baits like that, where you don't have the weight of the swim bait in their mouth so they can throw it or anything. So I can take a Rage Swimmer and do the exact same thing. All I need is a hook that I use as a needle, a rivet, which is a stopper on the backside, and then a treble hook, and, you know, you can add whatever weight that you want. So to start the process, and it doesn't matter, I mean, I can do this with any size Rage Swimmer. I use a 375, a 475, and the big one, the 575, a lot for this rigging option. So again, all you do first is just tie on a hook, and I just took a straight shank hook and cut it off, and it's all I'm basically is using this as a needle. So I just tie this on real quick to be able to thread this line through the bait. So I've got this tied to my rod, and again, you can use it with a bait caster, a spinning rod, just depending on the size of the Rage Swimmer that I'm gonna rig is how I'm gonna throw it. So right now I'm gonna rig a 475 Rage Swimmer. All you do is just stick it into the nose, and then I'm gonna have it come out just in front of that hook slot in the belly of it, and then just pull that through. You know, that's how you get the line through. So now I'm gonna just take a regular pop rivet. So this is just the cap to a pop rivet. I just put that on there, thread that on there, and that's gonna be my stopper. That's what's gonna keep that hook from pulling back through and allow you to catch multiple fish on that Rage Swimmer for it. So now on this one right here, I don't have any weight on it at all. You know, you can fish it this way and it fishes up close to the surface, or you can put a bullet weight. You know, I'll put an 1/8 ounce or a 3/16 ounce tour grade tungsten bullet weight on the front and just really allow that bait to get down in the water column. So you can use whatever size weight you really want on there. So I just tie that on there, pull that rivet so that it's you know, kind of plugs back into that hole, and I've got a little number 2 treble on there, and I just bury the one belly hook in there, and you are basically set and ready to go right there. Now, so this gives you a great option to be able to fish it on top. You can basically buzz it along the surface. Something that I've learned that just really helps, so if I want to speed up my retrieve, this is just lead wire that you can buy at a fly tying shop just for wrapping around the hook. I can take this, a little bit of this, and put some on there, you know, just start wrapping it on there and put as much as you want. What this does, by putting a little weight on the hook itself, is it balances that hook out so that it's always going to end up on the bottom and keep that swim bait from rolling. So I put a little bit of lead on the hook, doesn't affect your hookability or anything like that. So every time that's in the water now, that having that little bit of lead on there is going to make that hook roll over and keep that thing swimming in a straight line. So this is a great option right here to be able to rig a swim bait, a Rage Swimmer like this, and have an exposed treble hook. So it's really good for smallmouth bass, really good for spotted bass, but even good for largemouth. As long as you don't have heavy grass or wood or brush, this is the way that I'd prefer to rig it. You know, I mean, it's just a better option to get a better strike to land ratio with a treble hook than you would a single hook option. So, and again, you can do it with any size. They swim great, works fantastic, and it's just a deadly, deadly combination.